Good afternoon. It's so lovely to meet you. And our community, most of our community members, or everyone in general, has been seeing your posters outside, your flyers, and they want to know who you are and what are your goals here. So, who are you for those who don't know you already?
I'm David Keraney, retired police officer from 25 years on KCK Police Department. Previously before that, I worked for the Wyandotte County Detention Center.
Mm-hmm.
Retired in 2015, and I'm kind of now the director of security at Rogers Wholesale Liquors. I've been there for like 29 years.
That's great. So, our community wants to know what are your goals? What are your visions? What do you want to do? What's the purpose of this campaign that you have?
One, I'd like to improve the public safety. That's kind of part of what the sheriff does. Community relations, we need to get along better with the community. Improve the jail services,
Mm-hmm.
employee wellness there. Definitely address the professional conduct that's there. And I think the diversity in recruitment needs to be improved.
About it, but you talked about improvements in the sheriff's department. Do you want to give more detail about that?
I honestly believe I can improve the culture that's there,
Mm-hmm.
the character of all the officers, the training. Maybe I'm sure I can boost the morale of the employees there. I'm big on that. You got to have an officer that's there that wants to be, that is happy, should I say.
Correct. Okay, that's great. And realistically, as sheriff, there's a lot of people who ask for many things. They're like, oh, can you do this? Oh, can you do this? Can you change this? But realistically, what is under your control as sheriff?
Ooh. Sheriff has a lot of control, but the main duties of the sheriff office is the
Mm-hmm.
jail and juvenile detention. They have road patrol, warrant services, offender registry.
Mm-hmm.
They do a host of other things, the parks, all that. That's a real good question. Again, his main job of the sheriff is the jail and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what other issues they may have as far as what they would like for the sheriff to change. There's a lot of stuff that you probably couldn't change that they would ask for. It all depends really on what they're coming to and complaining about.
Of course.
What I have been hearing
Mm-hmm.
a lot of is like the conduct.
Yes.
Just recently I had a guy that said he didn't like the way they treated the family and the inmates that they bring to court.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I could definitely change the character of the officers that are dealing with people in the public. Everybody should be excuse me, get
It's okay.
tongue tied. Everyone should be treated with dignity and respect.
Of course. And how would you describe your relationship with the community?
I would think it's great. To
That's
be honest.
good. Yes.
I think I'm fair and impartial with everybody I come across.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I really have to sit here and try to build myself up. I would tell anybody, just ask anybody that's dealt with me in the last 36 years.
And what about for that? I know there's some people who probably don't know about you. What do you have to say for those who don't know about you yet? Some people may not be looking for a relationship with whoever's running for sheriff's department. But if you could, what do you have to say to them?
I would tell them that, one, if you do commit a crime and you are put in a jail, in my opinion, you will be treated with dignity and respect. That much is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be treated with respect if I come across you in the public. In my opinion, when an officer they talk a lot about community policing. To me, when an officer puts that uniform on, I don't care if you're a security guard or not, whatever you are, you're automatically community policing when you're wearing that uniform. So you should be in tune with your community, and you represent something. So you should be professional in everything you do when dealing with the public.
That's great. So everyone here is equal.
Yes.
Is equal, no matter race, age, and I'm assuming religion.
Everyone gets treated the same, in my book.
How do you feel about the current allegations towards immigrants?
You know, that's a real touchy subject in politics right now. You have to understand, I got a very diverse family. My wife is Hispanic. My children are black and Hispanic. Whatever the protocol is for dealing with undocumented persons that the sheriff's office has, I'm sure that'll stay in place. But in the reality of that, when the feds come here dealing with their raids and all that, they'll usually call the police first.
Yeah.
If the police usually always respond first to that. If you need the sheriff's department when ICE is doing something, things are really going south. It's got to be something very violent before I would let us get involved in that.
Okay, great. And as far as like how we see your campaigns going, what are your plans as far as what you've done now? Because I just heard you had a food drive yesterday.
It wasn't a food drive. It was they were giving away free food to families and all that.
Oh, okay.
And so I went there and helped volunteer to serve some food.
Oh, that's great.
Or to help give it out. They were
See,
giving
that's
away
great.
groceries.
From your part of doing that, regardless if it's even part of your campaign or not, because I hear a lot that there's a lot of great things that people say about you, and they all say because they met you at the liquor store. Of course, I mean,
because they were intoxicated.
Yeah, everyone says that, but here, being realistic, who doesn't drink nowadays? Obviously, responsibility with responsibility, which is very vital. And I know I've heard about. I'm not sure if you know, but there's like ages where, or if you're 16 or younger, you can't be out in the city. I'm not sure if you heard about that yet.
I don't believe we have a curfew here like that in.
I guess they posted it on KC Discovery. I'm not sure if that's true though.
Is that from the incident at Worlds of Fun the other day? I saw something where somebody posted about some young teenage girls.
Because there's like I guess it is a curfew where it's 17-year-olds and younger, and then 16 and younger, 11 to 10 o'clock.
We don't have a curfew here in Wyandotte County.
No? Okay.
Not that I am aware of.
Oh, okay then. All right. So, do you have anything else to say to the community as far as?
But no, to hit back on the ICE thing.
Mhm. All right. So, do you have anything else to say to the community as far as?
But no, to hit back on the ICE thing.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, I have a very diverse family. My wife is Hispanic.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of a story of a guy that I know, it's a true story. A guy that, as they would say, migrated here. He was an undocumented person. This guy worked 35 years here, never missed a day of work. And I do know now that family of his, descendants of him, they're scared to even go outside now. They have been stopped, and I've just heard this recently. They've been stopped recently just because they were Hispanic, and they were just trying to find out if they were legal or not. Stop them for no reason. And to me, you know, a lot of the undocumented persons that come here, in my opinion, 95% of them are hardworking, honest people. You know, I just don't see why they're harassing them so bad.
Yeah, many
The violent ones, I can understand that. The other ones,
and I believe that I guess that's part of generalization because of one individual. They say the whole organization is one thing. So, for example, if I were to say, if one Hispanic is involved in drugs and selling drugs, they say they're all drug addicts or they're all drug lords, narcos.
Well, you hear that in the black community too. You know, they think certain things of people of color, and that's black and brown.
So, would you agree that this is also some sort of discrimination or racism?
It's definitely a generalization of, and that's a stigma that unfortunately has been here forever and probably will be here forever.
Yeah. So, are immigrants in general, not just Hispanics, many feel silenced and they feel in fear of even the fact that they go through an incident, they go through where they get assaulted, sexually assaulted, or in any type of way, they're silenced and intimidated because they're like, I can't call authorities because what am I gonna do? They're gonna
Yeah,
take
they're
me.
gonna take me or something.
So what do you have to say about that?
Well, the one I really hate the use of the word immigrant, because if they were in their home country, he'd just be another man. You know, why can't they just be people? You know, I think that's kind of generalizing them as something other than a human being.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess the other official term they use now is undocumented person, but
Or
yeah.
alien.
Or alien,
Yeah.
yes. But it kind of hits me a little bit when when I'm standing there with my Hispanic wife, and someone talks about illegal immigrants. You know, like she's a woman, just like everybody else.
I would say immigrant parents. I would say, and I even feel bad for even having to say that because of immigrant. But now that we're talking about it, those who are immigrants and who have children who are citizens, they feel silenced because of how, in general, the government is intimidating them. Oh, self-deport or leave or we're gonna find you. And we have, and their children, whom are citizens, have been speaking up for their parents. Like me, I'm a citizen and my parents are Hispanic, and they have been targeted just for being Hispanic. And so, as speaking of, I guess, Mexican Americans, we have been speaking up for our parents. And what do you have to say about that?
You know, it makes me think of this. You have Canadians that are also here. They would be considered immigrants. But they don't get the harassment or anything like that because they look like your typical red, white, and blue American. So, I mean, to me, it's not fair to generalize the Hispanic community about being illegal immigrants. You know, you have people from Guatemala, Honduras, so many of them.
Yeah, and you said it yourself. There's a stereotype of an American. So, an American looks, they have to have, light skin or they're either African American. It's between those two.
Pretty much.
And they have that stereotype, and when they look at you, they're like, you're Hispanic, you can't be from here. But what I mean is, the community wants to let everyone know that everyone here is an American.
As far as I'm concerned, everybody's here is American.
And
if you're of Hispanic background, you wind up in our jail, and I'm the sheriff. Once your crime is over, you know, you've served your time, you're free to go.